Hello, Tim from Fair Play Now on the 6th of May 2021. Here in the UK, it's voting day, not for the main MPs, Member of Parliament, but for councils and local government officials and mayors and all that kind of thing. And yeah, I really don't know whether I'm going to vote or not, to be honest with you. And on the one hand, I'm just so thoroughly hacked off with the establishment that I just don't think voting is going to do any good whatsoever. But then on the other hand, you know, people have fought and died for my right to vote. So in a way, you feel you owe it to them to vote. And especially as there's probably powers that be around who are trying to do away with our right to vote as well. So in some ways it's just a, you know, two fingers up at them to go and vote. So on balance, I probably am going to pay a visit to the polling station today, my local one. And who am I going to vote for? Well, that's a good question, isn't it? It's more a question of who I'm not going to vote for, really. I'm certainly not going to vote for Conservative or Labour or Lib Dems or, you know, anything mainstream like that. And really, best case scenario is I'd absolutely love to see both Conservatives and Labour annihilated in these elections, because that would then be, you know, a real big message from the people that they better stop doing all their lockdown nonsense and what have you. But I think Labour aren't going to do well, but I've got a bit of a horrible feeling that the Conservatives might at least do okay in the election, these local elections, which won't be good news as far as we're concerned, because it'll be a green light for them just to carry on with the way they're going. But anyway, let's hope for that best case scenario that both parties are annihilated. So, and that then kind of makes them kick the whole lockdown idea and V-Pass idea into touch. So who am I going to vote for? A Reform Party, if they've got candidates in my area. They have in a lot of places, but I'm not sure if they do in my area. And I'm not sure about their policies overall, but at least they're anti-V-Pass, they're anti-lockdown. And I think they did a little interview about the drug that starts with I. I think that's how I first heard of it. I saw that probably about 6-8 weeks ago now. And so, yeah, they're questioning even why that drug's not being used. So I'd probably give them a vote this time round if they've got candidates in my area. If not, I suppose it's going to have to be some independent. But I'm not really sure who, independent-wise, yeah, what they stand for. But anyway, I'm going to have to just see what pans out at the polling station. I'll certainly go up there and pay a visit, and I'll come back later and tell you what I did. So I'm at my local polling station now. It's kind of lunchtime-ish, so I'll be popping off for a spot of lunch in a minute. But I thought I'd come here and see who there was to vote for and to cast my votes. So one of them was for the county councillors, and the other one I think was for the police and crime commissioners. I just voted for a couple of independents in the end, and there wasn't any Reform Party choice as I kind of suspected, but I just thought I'd go for a couple of independents. There was your usual main parties, so I didn't go for any of those, and the choices were Conservative, Labour, Liberals and Green Party. So I've got no faith or confidence in any of those. So didn't go for any of those. And I'm just hoping that by voting for a couple of independents, unfortunately, I don't really know what they stand for. Well, I think the county councillor, I think I voted for him before. And he seems to be mainly concerned with keeping the speed of traffic down. I think that's the guy. But he seems sort of, a reasonable person to vote for. And I think independents are probably the way to go. Just hoping I haven't voted for anyone kind of dodgy, but don't think I have. I think independents seem to be, or normally are, people who have got a bit of common sense, integrity, and just want real issues in the locality sorted out, rather than kind of following the normal party line and woke nonsense and then all that kind of stuff. So votes are cast. I feel like I've done my duty, put in a protest, and I hope I've done my little bit there to get both the major parties, or all the major parties, completely annihilated in these local elections, and to make them think twice about what they're doing. So I really, really hope that is the result tomorrow. When we wake up to the results tomorrow from these elections, I just hope it's kind of Reform Party and other little parties like that, and independents who have kind of totally destroyed the main parties. So that's what I'm hoping for. Got my fingers crossed for that result. So Tim from Fair Play Now, thanks for watching.